Hey everyone, Eric here. Starting up a really fun segment. I think I'm calling it Small Stacks. And essentially, what I'm going to do is take a segment of my portfolio and trade it as if I would a smaller account. So I decided to take 5K. And the reason why I picked that number is I think that that's like pretty much the absolute minimum you should consider trading options with. So, with that part in mind, I want to jump over to the main screen and kind of talk through what this is going to look like. So it will be a margin account, although I do not expect to use margin frequently. The goal is not what most people typically attribute. I stand firmly in my belief that small accounts, essentially, below 25K, their primary goal shouldn't necessarily be to turn into a bunch of money. And the reason why I say that is because small accounts have a lot of shortcomings that they have to work around, i.e., the ability to manage risk is a big one. So, the goals I have for this account is exactly what I would for any small account, which is make sure that we're preserving capital and we're learning. Obviously, I don't really need to do either of these. So in my for my personal goal, I'm going to try to pace the market in the account. And the reason why that goes a little bit different, obviously I've been doing this for a while, so trying to make it a constructive endeavor. Whereas for most folks, I truly think the best possible thing you could focus on is preserving the account, not getting in your own way, and honing your skill set, creating a trading plan, paper trading strategy, stuff like that. So that is my personal goal is I would like to pace the market. Now, I want to talk through my strategy real quick. It's going to primarily be covered strangles and potentially some spreads. I am expecting not to trade many, if any. The only reason why I will do any spreads is kind of for instructional slash exploratory purposes. It's not because I really like them, because I don't. So I am going to steer clear of them in general. So that is that. Couple notes that I want to highlight. Risk management is going to be tough. That's the case for any sort of small account. I accept the fact that I very frequently will be over allocated. It's, again, just how small accounts go. Now, I want to put this disclaimer out because I really think, to many people's dismay, they're going to expect me to be wheeling and dealing and trading a bunch, and I'm not. It's probably going to be pretty boring for most people because I think that that's the right way to approach a small account, is to not actively trade it, trying to capture intraday moves and stuff like that. I think if you're lucky, you'll break even doing that. If more probable than not, you'll lose money. So again, my approach is going to be to model this account just like I would, again, if like $5,000 is all I had and I wanted to grow it. So in that vein, it's going to be a lot of buy and hold. So it's going to be what it's going to be. I want to share that up front because I know that a lot of folks want to actively trade and stuff like that. If you have a small account, I don't think it's a good idea. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to set some sort of poor example. I'm going to try to do what I say I think is best and try to prove why I think it's the right approach. So next video from here is going to be, I'm going to create a watch list. One of the biggest issues for smaller accounts, especially if I'm talking about buy and hold, is finding products that I can buy enough of in order for it to be a meaningful purchase. So with that kind of is the baseline here, we'll have to look through, see what fits our criteria, and I will share that watch list once I build it out. And then we will go forward with outlining some of the strategies, what I'm going to be looking at doing, a little more in depth. And then we'll just do, account updates just like I do for my personal account on a monthly basis, stuff like that. So looking forward to the segment. If anybody has any questions or anything that they want to make sure I cover, anything like that, feel free, let me know. And let's see what we could do with this 5K account.